spam call. And today, at Wisdom Thoughts, I am going to show you exactly what they were doing, and how to shut it down completely, using what I call the silent shield. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Margaret. She is 72. Could be Manchester, could be Ohio, could be Ontario. Last month, she answered a call exactly like that. Said a friendly, hello. 3 days later, someone called back pretending to be from her bank. They had her voice recording. They had her bank's hold music. She lost £1,800. Action Fraud UK has reported thousands of cases with a similar pattern. That is why I am making this video. Because Margaret thought it was a glitch. It was not. See, most of us just shrug it off. We think, probably a telemarketer who hung up. But here is the truth, and I want you to hear this clearly. That silence is not random. It is not a mistake. It is actually the very first move in a process called predictive dialing. That is a term for an automated system, not a person, and its job is to find real, active phone numbers that answer calls. And your friendly little hello is exactly the signal it is listening for. Okay, so let me explain what happens during those few seconds. There are 4 phases. Phase 1, the blast. A computer system, often based overseas, dials hundreds of numbers every minute. We are talking 212, 020, 416 area codes. It is software making the calls. Phase 2, the detection. The instant you pick up and make any sound, hello, yes, even just clearing your throat, the system registers it. A note goes next to your number. That note means, active. Your number just passed their test. Phase 3, the silence. That 2 to 3 second pause you hear, is the system trying to connect you to an available operator. During that silence, the system can also record. In today's world, a short voice sample can be used by technology to mimic a voice. Phase 4, the profit. Your phone number is now marked as active and valuable. It gets moved to what they call a priority list. From there, it can be used by other groups, or queued up for a targeted call. We are talking about calls where they pretend to be from Chase, or Bank of America, or Lloyd's, or RBC, or HMRC, or the Social Security Administration. They are not just confirming you are real. They are also noting what time you answered. Are you home after lunch? Do you pick up in the evening? They are learning patterns. Quick, if this is helping you, hit subscribe and the bell now. Scammers change their methods, and my next video could be the warning that helps someone you care about. YouTube will not show it to you unless you are subscribed. Stay safe with me. Alright, back to it. Okay, here is the good news. The defense against this system is simple. It all comes down to one rule I call the silent shield. Here it is: when you answer an unknown number, say nothing. Just pick up and wait. That is it. A few seconds of your silence helps defeat their system. See, the system is listening for any human sound. If it does not hear one, it often assumes your number is not active, or it is a voicemail. It marks the call as unanswered and moves on. You can stop the process before a person ever gets on the line. Now, let me give you a complete 4-step plan, so you know exactly what to do. Step 1, answer, but do not speak. Do not say hello. Do not say yes. Just silence. Step 2, wait 3 seconds. Count in your head. 1, 2, 3. If it is a real person, your daughter, your doctor's office, the pharmacy, they'll speak first. Hello, is anyone there? An automated system will not. It will either try to connect you. Step 3. If someone does come on and asks, "Can you hear me?" Do not, I repeat, do not say yes. That one word can be recorded and misused. Step 4. Take control. Instead of yes, use the full sentence. Say, "I can hear you. Who is calling, please?" Or simply, "Who am I speaking with?" These responses do not give them a simple yes recording. And here is a tip for my Wisdom Thoughts family. Go into your phone settings now. On iPhone, settings, then phone, then silence unknown callers. Turn that on. On Android, phone app, then settings, then block numbers, then turn on block calls from unknown callers. On landlines, contact your provider, at NT, Verizon, BT, or Rogers, about call protect services. Many of these calls will not even ring. Now, what if you are thinking, "I have been saying hello for years"? First, do not panic. You are not alone. Millions do this. It does not mean you have been scammed. But here is what you can do right now. First, check your bank and credit card statements. Look for any charge you do not recognize, even $4.99 or £2.50. Scammers sometimes test with small amounts. Second, consider free credit monitoring. In the US, Credit Karma. In the UK, ClearScore. In Canada, Borrowell. They can alert you if anyone tries to open an account in your name. Third, if you get many scam calls, register your number. US, do not call .government UK, tps@tpsonline.org.uk. Canada, lnnte-dncl.gc.ca. And finally, report suspicious calls. US, report fraud.ftc.government.uk, actionfraud.police.uk. Canada, antifraudcenter.ca. So, let me leave you with this, my friends. Those few seconds of silence are not a mystery anymore. You know the 4 phases. You have the silent shield. But here is my question for you. Who in your life still answers every unknown number with a friendly hello? Your husband, your wife, your neighbor who lives alone, because these scammers often target people who are trusting and polite. So do me a favor. Right now, pause this, open WhatsApp, and send this to your husband, your wife, or your mom. Say, "Watch from the start." This is important. It takes 10 seconds and it could help prevent a loss. And in the next Wisdom Thoughts video, I am going to show you one sentence that often makes phone scammers hang up immediately. It changes the situation for them. You do not want to miss that one. Stay silent. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next one, right here on Wisdom Thoughts. There is one word that makes phone scammers hang up instantly. It's not no. It's not a curse word. Say this word, and they know they just lost 2,000. I'll prove it to you with a real call recording in 15 seconds. And I'll tell you the word in 20. Here's what nobody tells you. The person calling you is not a criminal mastermind. They're a worker. Making $3 an hour. In a foreign call center. They have one job. Read the script on the screen in front of them. And that script only works if you play along. If you get scared. If you get confused. If you follow orders. The entire 50 billion scam industry depends on one thing. Their control over your emotions. But the FBI has a name for breaking that control. It's called disruption. And once you know the trick, no scammer ever has power over you again. Ever. Let me show you exactly how a scam call works, so you can see where to break it. Every single one follows 3 steps. Step 1. The fake identity. They call and hit you with fear immediately. This is Officer Williams from the fraud department. Your social security number has been compromised and linked to a crime. That's the setup. They want you to believe you're talking to someone with a badge and a gun. Step 2. The pressure. Next comes the urgency. If you do not act in the next 30 minutes, your bank account will be frozen. Your benefits will be suspended. This is your last warning. They need you panicking. Because a panicking person does not think. A panicking person just reacts and obeys. Step 3. The extraction. Once you're scared, they go for the money. To fix this, confirm your social security number. Or, go to Target and buy 500 in gift cards and read me the codes. That is always the goal. Always. But here's the key, and write this down. This 3-step attack only works if you stay inside their script. The second you say something they did not rehearse, something outside their playbook, they literally do not know what to do. Their screen goes blank. This isn't just my opinion. Frank Abaniel, the real FBI agent from Catch Me If You Can, he caught the worst con men in the world. He said this: every con depends on the victim playing their assigned role. The moment the victim stops cooperating, the con man has nothing. He's done. The AARP did a massive study on this. They found people who stayed on scam calls longer than 2 minutes were 14 times more likely to lose money. 14 times. Why? Because the longer you talk, the more time they have to scare you. The speed of your response changes everything. So here it is. The one word that shuts it all down. Verify. When anyone calls claiming to be your bank, the IRS, Social Security, Medicare, or the police, you say this one sentence: I will need to verify this. Let me hang up and call the official number. That's it. That's the whole magic trick. Here's why it works. A real institution will say, of course, ma'am. Take your time, here's our number. A scammer cannot let you do that. Because if you hang up and call the real Bank of America, the whole illusion disappears. The game is over. They know it. So the moment you say verify, 9 out of 10 of them just hang up on you. Now verify is your main weapon. But I'm going to give you a complete defense system. Think of it like 3 walls around your house. If they climb over one, the next one stops them. Wall 1, the verify. Your front door lock. I will need to verify this. I'm going to hang up and call your official number. Use this one against anyone claiming to be from a company or the government. Say it calmly. Say it with confidence. Then hang up immediately. Don't wait for a response. Wall 2, the flip. You become the interrogator. What is your full name, your badge number, and a direct callback number with extension? This reverses the power. Now you are the one asking questions. A real agent from the IRS will give you that information in 2 seconds. A scammer will stutter, get angry, or call you names, and then disconnect. Every single time. Wall 3, the wall. The nuclear option. I don't make financial or personal decisions on phone calls I did not make. This is the sentence that ends every pressure tactic in existence. It doesn't matter how urgent they say it is. Your house will be seized. Doesn't matter. Your grandson is in jail. Doesn't matter. This sentence shuts it all down because it breaks their script completely. If you're finding this helpful so far, hit the subscribe button right now. I put out a new scam warning every single Tuesday. Scammers change their tricks every week. If you miss one video, you miss the new danger. Subscribing is free, and it might be the thing that saves you or your parents $10,000 next month. Do it now. I'll wait. Okay, let's keep going. Let me show you how this sounds in a real conversation. Scammer, this is the fraud department at Chase Bank. There has been suspicious activity on your account. We need you to confirm your information right now to stop it. I appreciate the call. I will need to verify this. Let me hang up and call the number on the back of my card. Click. You hang up. You win. The scammer has zero power. They can't stop you. Now a tougher one. The IRS scam. Scammer, this is Agent Johnson with the IRS. There is a warrant for your arrest for tax fraud. You must pay $3,000 immediately or police will be at your door in 1 hour. Wrong response, no, I didn't do anything. Is this real? That keeps you in their script. They want you defensive. Right response, what is your full name, badge number, and a direct callback number? I don't make decisions on calls I didn't make. They will hang up. Because the real IRS never calls to threaten arrest. They send letters. For 3 months. This is public knowledge. The scammer knows you know. Here's how you make sure you never forget, even if you're nervous. Write these 3 phrases on a bright yellow sticky note. Put it right next to your phone. Right next to it. Number 1. I need to verify this. I'm calling the official number. Number 2. What's your name, badge, and callback number? Number 3. I don't make decisions on calls I didn't make. When that suspicious call comes in, your heart will race. Don't think. Just read it out loud. Word for word. No stress, no panic. The note thinks for you. I gave these to my own mom. It works. Now, what if you're watching this and thinking, I already stayed on one of these calls. I gave them my date of birth. First, don't panic. And don't be ashamed. These are professional psychological manipulators. They trick doctors and lawyers. There is no shame in it. But you need to act fast. Today. Step 1. Call your bank or credit card company immediately. Tell them exactly what happened. They can freeze your account. Step 2. If you gave out your social security number, call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213. Step 3. Go to the government website http://identitytheft.gov. They will give you a free personal recovery plan. Do those 3 things today, not tomorrow. Speed is your defense. Phone scammers only have power over people who don't know the game. But you know it now. You have 3 phrases that shut down any scam call. And you understand the one word that makes them vanish. Verify. So think about this. Who in your life picks up every single call? Who gets flustered when someone on the phone sounds official? Your mom, your dad, a friend who lives alone? Send them this video right now. Write down those 3 phrases for them. Put it next to their phone. That small 10-second thing could save them their entire life savings. But what if the scammer isn't calling you? What if they're standing right behind you at the ATM next Tuesday? I'm showing you the 5-second shoulder surf trick thieves use to rob seniors in broad daylight before you even put your card in the machine. You do this every time at the bank. And it's getting people robbed for 800 cash. If you hit subscribe earlier, you won't miss it. Because your money isn't safe until you see this. I'm Wisdom Thoughts. Stay sharp. Stay in control. I'll see you Tuesday.
In 2026, scams are no longer obvious. They don't sound suspicious. They don't feel dangerous. And many times, you don't even realize it's a scam until much later. These new scams are very quiet and very secretive. They don't rush you loudly. They slowly build trust, use familiar language, and appear completely normal. That's why even careful, intelligent people sometimes fall into them. In this video, I will walk you through 5 fast-spreading scams that are affecting seniors right now. I'll explain how each scam works, how to recognize the early warning signs, and exactly how to protect yourself from them. You'll learn what scammers say, how they guide conversations, and the small details they use to confuse people. Once you understand these patterns, it becomes much easier to stop a scam before any damage is done. Before we continue, I want to share something personal. Not long ago, even a scammer approached me. The conversation started calmly and felt completely normal. Nothing felt suspicious at first. But I didn't rush. I listened carefully, asked a few simple questions, and noticed small things that didn't make sense. That's how I realized it was a scam and ended the conversation safely. Please stay with me until the end. The last scam is the most common one, and it's the one most people face at least once. Knowing about it could help protect you, your family, and the income you've worked your entire life to build. Scam number 1, the emergency family call scam. The first scam we're going to talk about is called the emergency family call scam. This one is tricky, because it doesn't come from a stranger. It comes from a voice that sounds familiar, someone you trust, maybe your child or grandchild. And that's exactly what makes it so effective. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's a retired nurse, living alone in a quiet neighborhood. One afternoon, her phone rang. The voice on the line sounded exactly like her grandson, Alex. Calm, but anxious. "Grandma. I'm in a bit of trouble," he said. "I really need your help, but please don't tell Mom and Dad yet. I don't want them to worry." Margaret's heart tightened. Alex had always been responsible, and the fear in his voice felt real. She could almost picture him sitting there, worried, hoping she could help. Her first instinct was to act immediately, to send him money, to fix whatever problem he was facing. But then, she remembered something. Something her friend had told her years ago: if something feels urgent, pause. Even if it's family. She took a deep breath. She asked Alex a simple question, something only her real grandson would know. There was a long silence on the line. The voice suddenly sounded unsure, almost nervous. Then the line went dead. Margaret sat back, shaking slightly, but calm. She had avoided a scam, simply by pausing and asking the right question. Here's what makes this scam work: it doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't threaten. It relies on love, trust, and concern. The scammer counts on your care for your family to make you act too quickly. Now, I'm going to guide you on how to spot this scam before it's too late. First, notice the urgency. Scammers don't shout or threaten, they stay quiet, calm, even polite. But there's always this gentle pressure, a subtle push to make you act quickly. That's the first clue. Next, listen for the secrecy. They'll ask you not to tell anyone, not to contact your family or friends yet. That's because real emergencies rarely need complete silence. Pay attention to how they ask for money. They might ask for gift cards, wire transfers, or even cryptocurrency, unusual ways to get help from someone you care about. Watch the details carefully. Sometimes the story doesn't fully add up, or small things are off. Your loved one will remember the little grandchild's favorite memory, a pet's name, something personal. Finally, see how they react if you try to verify. If they pressure you not to call or check with someone else, that's the biggest warning sign. Real family members won't stop you from checking. Remember, noticing just one of these signs is enough to pause, step back, and protect yourself. Remember, noticing just one of these signs is enough to pause, step back, and protect yourself. Sometimes, it's not just about money, it's about your peace of mind, your comfort, and the safety of the people you love most. I'd really love to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? Share it in the comments. It's amazing to see so many caring people looking out for themselves and their families, and knowing we're connected across miles makes all the difference. Helped you even a little, please subscribe and join our community. Together, we can look out for one another, safe, and navigate these challenges calmly and wisely. Scam number 2, the lottery scam. This scam is one that quietly takes advantage of hope. It doesn't rush you, it doesn't yell at you, it just makes something seem real, possible, and exciting. Let me tell you about Eleanor, a 72-year-old retired school librarian. Eleanor lived a quiet, careful life. She loved her small garden, her weekly book club, and the occasional treat of a new puzzle. She had always been careful with money, keeping every cent of her retirement savings in order. One morning, Eleanor received a phone call. The voice on the line was cheerful, almost warm. "Congratulations, Mrs. Eleanor. You've won a $25,000 prize in our senior lottery program. This is a special award just for you." Eleanor's heart skipped a beat. She had never entered any lottery, but the voice sounded official.
Order food you love with Food Panda. Download the app and order now.
Food Panda, Food Panda.
विला, रिजॉर्ट और कई विकल्पों पर बिना किसी फिक्र के बुक करें।
Official. They explained that to release her prize, she just needed to pay a processing fee and verify some personal details. It started small. First, a few $100s for taxes. Then another small fee for verification. Each time, the caller reassured her that the prize was guaranteed. They used her hope carefully, never raising their voice, never showing urgency, just calm, steady encouragement. Eleanor felt like she was doing the right thing. Each payment brought her closer to receiving her prize, and she believed she was winning something she deserved. By the time she realized something was wrong, she had spent nearly all of her savings. The scammer was gone, leaving her with nothing but silence and regret. This scam works so well because it appeals to hope and excitement. It doesn't threaten, it doesn't pressure loudly. It slowly convinces you that the reward is real and that every payment is necessary. Now, let me guide you carefully, so you never fall into a scam like this. Pay attention, because even one small clue can make all the difference. First, listen to the story they tell. Real prizes don't come out of nowhere. If someone calls or emails saying you've won something you didn't enter, that's your first warning bell. Imagine Eleanor hearing her prize was $25,000. It felt real because it seemed like a gift meant just for her. But gifts this big, from strangers, are almost never real. Next, notice how they ask for money. They will never ask you to pay taxes, fees, or processing charges in advance. If they do, that's a huge red flag. Remember, real prizes don't come with strings attached. Eleanor thought each small payment was just a step toward her reward. That's exactly what the scammer counted on. Third, pay attention to their tone. Lottery scammers are calm, friendly, and reassuring. They won't rush you or yell. That's intentional. They want you to feel safe and confident, so you let your guard down. Fourth, trust your instincts. If something feels off, even a little, pause. Step away, breathe, and talk to someone you trust. One conversation with a family member or friend can reveal the truth before it's too late. Finally, always verify. Hang up, check official sources, or call someone you trust. No real lottery will ever mind if you take a moment to confirm. That small pause is your strongest protection. Think of it this way: spotting a scam is like noticing a small crack in a wall before it becomes a big problem. Protecting yourself isn't difficult, it's quiet, careful, and deliberate. Just like Eleanor learned, one small pause, one careful question, or one trusted friend can save years of savings and peace of mind. Have you ever received a call or message like this? Share your experience in the comments. It could help someone stay safe. Scam number 3. The medical or healthcare scam. This next scam is one of the quietest and most personal. It doesn't rush you, it doesn't shout, and at first, it seems helpful, even caring. But that's exactly what makes it dangerous. Let me tell you about Dorothy, a 75-year-old retired schoolteacher. Dorothy lived in a small, sunny house filled with books, family photos, and her beloved garden. She had always been careful with her health and her savings. One morning, while watering her roses, Dorothy's phone rang. The voice on the other end was polite, calm, almost soothing. "Mrs. Dorothy, we're offering a free health checkup and a special wellness supplement package for seniors in your area. This is part of a limited program to help protect your health." Dorothy paused. The voice even knew her city, her age, and casually mentioned her dedication to staying healthy. It felt personal, almost like someone had done their homework. Her heart warmed. Someone cared about her well-being. At first, the scam seemed harmless. She was asked to pay a small shipping fee for the supplements. Then came the advanced wellness test, another fee, slightly higher. Each step felt reasonable, almost logical. The scammer was calm, patient, and convincing. Dorothy felt like she was doing the right thing. But late one evening, while checking her bank statements, she realized something horrifying. The fees had added up to thousands of dollars, and no supplements, no tests, nothing had arrived. The friendly voice was gone, leaving only silence and regret. Dorothy sat back in her chair, hands trembling, thinking of all the careful steps she had taken her entire life, and yet, hope had led her into this trap. This scam works because it doesn't threaten you. It gently convinces you that the reward, better health, care, protection, is real. How to spot and protect yourself, guided. Now, let me guide you, step by step, so you can recognize this scam before it even touches your life. First, notice the helpful beginning. The call or message may sound caring, personal, and professional. But if it's unexpected, that's your first clue. Pause and think. Next, watch the money. Real health programs don't ask for fees up front. Shipping costs, special test charges, or advanced payments are red flags. Even a small fee is a signal to slow down. Third, sense the pressure. Scammers make it sound urgent: limited program, today only, or seniors in your area must respond now. Real programs give you time to decide. Fourth, check the details. If they cannot provide verifiable information, or if documents and numbers seem vague, step back. A real organization will always answer clearly and let you verify. Finally, pause and verify. Hang up, call your doctor, a trusted friend, or the organization using an official number. Ask questions. Take your time. That pause is your strongest protection. Think of it this way: spotting a scam is like noticing a small crack in a wall before it becomes a big problem. Acting carefully now can save your savings, your peace of mind, and even your health. Before we move on to the next scam, I want you to stay with me until the very end of this video. The last scam I'm going to share is the most common one, and it's one that I myself have faced, just like so many other seniors. It's a scam that often takes advantage of our loneliness and trust. Many of us, after years of life's ups and downs, look for friendship, care, or even love, and unfortunately, scammers know that.
With Vivago, just type a prompt, and AI creates videos and images instantly. Multiple styles and effects in one tap, faster and easier creation. Upgrade to unlock more generations and advanced features. Tap below and try Vivago now.
They play with the heart, not just the wallet, and it can happen to anyone, no matter how careful you are. So please stay till the end. Understanding this scam could save your money, protect your heart, and even prevent someone you love from being hurt. Scam number 4, the card skimming and tap-to-pay trap scam. Imagine this: you're doing your usual grocery shopping, paying for your items like you always do, and 3 days later, you see money missing from your account. You didn't click any link, answer any strange call, or hand your card to anyone suspicious. So how did it happen? Let me tell you about George, a 73-year-old retired postman. George loved his routine morning walks, visiting the local bakery, and picking up fresh vegetables from his neighborhood grocery store. One afternoon, he stopped to buy milk, bread, and fruit. He tapped his debit card, smiled at the cashier, and went home. Everything felt normal. 3 days later, George checked his bank account and froze. There were charges he didn't recognize: electronics, online orders, even a small cash withdrawal. What had happened? A tiny skimming device had been quietly placed on the card machine at the store. When George tapped his card, the device copied his information in seconds, silently, invisibly. This scam works because it hides in the most ordinary moments of life. That's why it's so dangerous. It doesn't shout, it doesn't warn you, it just quietly takes your money. Let me guide you how to stay safe. Now, let me guide you step by step, simple things you can do while shopping or using your card. Look at the card machine first. If anything looks loose, bulky, or unusual, don't use it. Take your time. Don't let anyone rush you. Even a polite nudge from a stranger can be a trick. Notice repeated requests. If the machine fails or asks for confirmation more than once, pause. It could be a warning. Check your bank account often. Even small charges matter. Scammers test with tiny amounts first. Set up transaction alerts. A text or email notification can catch a problem immediately. Call your bank immediately if something feels off. Use the number on the back of your card, not a number sent by email or text. Think of your card like your house key. You wouldn't hand it to a stranger, and you shouldn't ignore signs that someone may have copied it. Scam number 5, the romance scam. Before we begin, I want you to stay with me till the end. This scam is the most common one seniors face, and it's very personal. Many of us, including myself, have faced it because loneliness can make us vulnerable. Understanding this scam could protect your money, your heart, and your peace of mind. This scam doesn't shout or threaten. It's friendship, and sometimes even love. That's exactly what makes it dangerous. I want to share something personal with you, and it's not easy for me to talk about. A few months ago, I was feeling lonely, something many of us feel from time to time. One evening, I received a message from someone online. At first, it seemed harmless, friendly, warm, and kind. Over days and weeks, our conversations grew closer. I started to feel hope and companionship again, something I hadn't felt in a long time. Then came the emergencies. At first, it was a small request, just a little money for a medical expense. I hesitated, but I wanted to help. Then there was another request, and another, each one tugging at my heart. I started to feel responsible for this person, thinking I was helping someone in need. It wasn't until I paused and noticed the inconsistencies, the excuses, and the repeated requests, that I realized the truth. I had almost been scammed. The feeling of betrayal, sadness, and regret was heavy. Even though I didn't lose much money, the emotional weight was significant, a painful reminder of how loneliness can make us vulnerable. How to stay safe. Here's a simple, easy way to remember. Take your time. Real friendship or love doesn't rush. Never send money to someone you haven't met in person. Verify. Talk to a family member or trusted friend. Protect your info. Don't share bank details or passwords. Remember, staying cautious doesn't mean shutting yourself off. It means protecting your heart and your wallet. If this video helped you, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing this could protect someone you love from falling into a scam. And tell me in the comments, have you or someone you know faced a romance scam? Your story could help others stay safe. Have you ever gone shopping and thought to yourself, it feels so safe here? Bright lights, security cameras, families walking around, people busy with their groceries. It feels like the last place anyone would expect to get scammed. But let me tell you the truth, shopping centers, supermarkets, and malls are not just places for honest shoppers. They're also hunting grounds for scammers, and seniors are often their #1 target. Why seniors? Because scammers know that older people are kind, polite, and sometimes a little too trusting. They know many seniors don't want to cause a scene in public. And they take advantage of that. Imagine going out just to pick up milk and bread, and by the time you come home, hundreds of euros are missing from your bank account. Or imagine being tricked into paying for groceries that aren't yours. It sounds shocking, but these things happen every single day. The good news is, once you know how these scams work, you can spot them instantly and protect yourself. So let's walk through the most common scams happening right inside shopping centers. I'll explain exactly how they work and how you can keep yourself safe. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss important tips that could protect you and your loved ones. Scam number 1. Loyalty or credit sign-up trick. Another sneaky scam happens right at the checkout. A cashier or worker may say, "Would you like to sign up for our discount program? It will save you money." It sounds harmless. But hidden in the small print, you may actually be signing up for a new credit card or financial contract. Victims often don't realize until bills or letters arrive at home. By then, it's much harder to undo. Always take your time. If someone tries to rush you to sign something, walk away. A genuine offer will still be there tomorrow. Scam number 2. ATM and card skimming. Shopping centers have ATMs and card readers everywhere. Scammers sometimes attach small, almost invisible devices to them. When you insert your card, the device copies your details. Some even use tiny cameras to record your PIN. Within hours, your account will be emptied. Before you use any machine, take a good look. If something seems loose, crooked, or unusual, don't use it. And always cover your hand when entering your PIN. It's a small habit that can protect your entire account. Scam number 3. Self-checkout trick. One of the most common scams happens at the self-checkout machines. Imagine this: you're scanning your groceries, maybe moving a little slower, and suddenly a stranger walks over. They smile warmly and say, "These machines can be confusing, let me help you." It feels polite, even kind. You don't want to appear rude, so you let them stand close. But here's the trick. While pretending to help, they block the screen with their body or hands. They quickly scan their own expensive items mixed in with your shopping. Sometimes, they even guide your hand to press the pay button before you realize what's happening. By the time you pick up your bags, you've paid for both your shopping and theirs. Some seniors have walked away with receipts showing hundreds of euros missing. The rule is simple: never let a stranger touch your machine or your payment screen. If you need help, ask an official store worker, not someone hanging around pretending to be friendly. If this is opening your eyes so far, don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll always stay one step ahead of scammers. Scam number 4. Price switching and overcharging. This scam is sneaky but simple. Fraudsters swap barcodes on products. You pick up something cheap, but when it's scanned, it shows as expensive. Seniors often don't check receipts in detail, so they pay without realizing. To avoid this, always check your receipt before leaving the store. If something looks wrong, speak to customer service immediately. Don't let embarrassment stop you. Mistakes can and do happen, and sometimes they're not mistakes at all. Scam number 5. Bag distraction and pickpocketing. One of the oldest tricks in the book is still very common in shopping centers. Scammers work in pairs. One distracts you, maybe asking for help reaching something on a shelf, or even bumping into you. While you're distracted, their partner quietly slips your wallet, phone, or purse from your bag or trolley. The best defense is awareness. Keep your bag zipped and close to your body. Never leave your handbag or wallet loose in the trolley, even for a second. And remember, scammers are skilled, they only need a few seconds. Scam number 6. Fake charity collectors. Right outside shopping centers, you might see a table with a clipboard, some photos of sick children or abandoned animals, and a person asking for donations. They may look official, but many of these are fake charities. They prey on kindness. Seniors especially feel a strong urge to help, and that's what these scammers count on. Once you hand over your cash, it goes straight into their pocket, not to the cause they promised. Some even pressure you to sign credit card authorizations disguised as donation forms. If you want to donate, do it through charities you know, ones with official registration. Don't give money to strangers at a table outside a shop. Scam 7. Gift card fraud. Another scam is all about gift cards. Criminals love them because once the number is used, the money is gone forever. Here's how it works. While you're out shopping, you might get a phone call. The voice on the other end sounds serious, maybe even threatening. They might say they're from the bank, the police, or even a delivery company. They'll claim something urgent: your account has been hacked, or you must pay a fine immediately. And then comes the demand. They tell you to go to the gift card rack, buy several cards worth hundreds, and read the numbers on the back to them. The scammer stays on the phone, pressuring you the entire time, making sure you don't think too hard about what you're doing. Seniors have lost thousands this way.
Get the top restaurants in town delivered straight to your door. Download the Foodpanda app and order food you love.
सैकड़ों फिल्टर में से चुनें और आसानी से बुक करें। आज ही ऐप डाउनलोड करें।
Here's the truth: no bank, no police officer, no government office anywhere will ever ask for gift cards as payment. If you hear those words, hang up immediately. Scam number 8. Family emergency call. This one is particularly cruel because it attacks your emotions. You answer the phone and hear a panicked voice saying, "Grandma, it's me, I'm in trouble. Please help me, I need money right now." They might say they've been in an accident, or that they're in jail, or that they're stuck somewhere and can't get home. They beg you to keep it secret and act fast. In fear and worry, many seniors rush straight to the ATM or grab gift cards at the nearest store, desperate to help. But here's the heartbreaking truth: it's not your family. It's a scammer pretending. Sometimes they even use technology to mimic your grandchild's voice. The way to protect yourself is to pause, no matter how urgent the call sounds. Contact your family directly. Call your grandchild or their parents. 9 times out of 10, you'll discover they're safe at home, and you've just avoided losing money to a fraudster. Scam number 9. Fake order pickup messages. Click and collect services are very popular now. But scammers exploit this by sending fake texts or emails. They say, "Your order is ready. Click here to confirm payment." The link looks real, but it's a fake website designed to steal your bank details. Always go directly to the store's official app or website to check orders. If you receive a random text and you weren't expecting an order, delete it immediately. Scam number 10. Refund and coupon trick. Some scammers pretend to work inside the store. They might approach you saying, "You're owed a refund," or "We have a special coupon for you." Then they ask for your card details to process it. Seniors who are polite often hand over their cards, thinking it's genuine. But instead of receiving money, their details are stolen. The simple rule is refunds are only handled at the official customer service desk, never by random staff approaching you in the aisles. If you didn't request a refund, don't accept one. And there you have it, some of the sneakiest scams happening right inside shopping centers. They don't always come with warning signs, and that's exactly why so many people fall victim. But now, you know what to look for, and that knowledge can save you or someone you love from losing money, trust, and peace of mind. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever faced something suspicious while shopping? Share your experience in the comments, because your story could protect someone else. And if you found this video helpful, don't leave without subscribing. This channel is here to protect seniors, spread awareness, and uncover the tricks scammers don't want you to know. So hit that subscribe button, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have you ever picked up the phone and felt that little knot in your voice? The other end says, "This isn't, you must act now." What would you do if someone told you you'd be arrested for unpaid taxes, or that your grandchild had been in an accident and needed money immediately? How much would you trust a message that looks official, sounds urgent, and calls you by name? I'm about to share the 5 most common scams that break hearts, empty bank accounts, and ruin lives for seniors. Some of these may shock you. Stay with me. I'm going to take you step by step through exactly how these scams work, how scammers get into your life, and how they take money and identity. I will show you, very clearly, how to stop them before they start, what to do the moment something smells wrong, and the real steps to try to recover money if it's already gone. I'll walk you through the legal and practical routes. I'll be blunt, the last scam I'll cover is the most dangerous for seniors, and I will spend extra time showing you the techniques scammers use and the proper legal paths to fight back. Before we begin, if you want more videos like this, practical, plain, and made for families, hit subscribe and tap the bell. Share this with a parent or grandparent before we move on, it might save them thousands. Scam number 1. Government impersonation scam. Imagine your phone rings. The voice on the other side sounds serious, even urgent. They tell you something like, "Sir, you owe taxes. If you don't pay right now, police officers will come to arrest you." Or maybe, "Your social security number has been suspended due to suspicious activity. Your pension or benefits will stop unless you confirm your banking details." That's how this scam begins. Criminals pretend to be government workers. They use fear as their main weapon. They may say you owe tax money or that your benefits are in danger. Then they pressure you to pay immediately, often asking for gift cards, wire transfers, or even cryptocurrency. Sometimes they send emails that look exactly like official government websites, tricking people into typing in personal or banking information. Let me share a real story. In Florida, an elderly woman got a call from someone claiming to be from Social Security. The caller said her number was linked to a crime and she needed to move her money into a safe government account. Terrified, she withdrew thousands of dollars and sent it in Bitcoin. The money was gone forever. This is exactly how scammers succeed. They create fear, rush you, and stop you from thinking clearly. Now I'll tell you how they trick people. They use fake caller ID so it looks official. They use threats, arrest, losing benefits, fines. They demand fast payment in unusual ways like gift cards or crypto. They send emails or texts with fake links to steal passwords. Victims often lose their life savings. But beyond the money, they lose peace of mind. Many seniors feel ashamed and don't even tell their families, which makes recovery harder. Remember, real government agencies never call suddenly demanding payment. They never ask for gift cards or Bitcoin. If in doubt, hang up and call the official number yourself. Before we move on, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because on this channel, my mission is simple: to keep seniors informed and always one step ahead of the scammers. Scam number 2. Medicare scam. Have you ever received a phone call where the person says, "Hello, this is Medicare"? We're updating your records. Can you please confirm your Social Security number and your Medicare ID? It sounds official, it sounds urgent, and for many seniors, it feels real. But let me tell you, this is a trap. This is what's called the Medicare scam. Scammers pretend to be from Medicare, or sometimes from private health insurance providers. They use words like benefit renewal, new card, or urgent medical update to pressure seniors into handing over their personal information. Now let me share a real story that happened in Texas. Mr. Johnson, a 72-year-old retiree, received a call one afternoon. The caller told him, "Your Medicare card is expiring. We're sending you a new one, but first, we need to confirm your banking details for the renewal fee." Mr. Johnson hesitated, but the caller insisted, "If you don't update now, you could lose coverage for your medicines and hospital visits." Afraid of losing his healthcare, he gave his bank account number. Within a week, over $3,000 was gone from his account. That's how dangerous this scam is. Scammers don't just steal money, they steal your peace of mind. How do scammers approach people? Scammers approach by phone calls pretending to be from Medicare or health services. Fake emails or letters with official-looking logos. Offering free medical supplies like braces or COVID-19 kits, but asking for your Medicare number first. Telling you there's a problem with your coverage unless you act immediately. Scammers use different techniques to steal money or data like 1. Phishing calls and emails that trick you into revealing personal info. 2. Billing fraud. They use your Medicare number to charge Medicare for services you never received. 3. Direct theft. asking for bank or credit card details for fees. After that, seniors lose money directly. Scammers may also steal identities, opening credit cards or taking loans in the victim's name. And worst of all, medical identity theft can mess up your real health records, which is dangerous. Here is guideline for you. Remember. Medicare will never call you unexpectedly to ask for banking info or your Medicare number. They will never threaten to cancel your coverage if you don't respond right away. Never give personal info over the phone unless you called the official number yourself. Keep your Medicare card safe, just like a credit card. Scam number 3. Lottery/prize scam. Have you ever dreamed of suddenly winning the lottery, a free vacation, or a luxury car without even buying a ticket? Well, that dream is exactly what scammers use to trick you. This is the lottery or prize scam. The way it works is simple. You get a phone call, letter, email, or even a social media message telling you, "Congratulations. You've won millions of dollars, or a brand new car, or an all-expenses-paid trip." It sounds exciting, right? But here's the trick. They'll say, before you can claim your prize, you must first pay the taxes, the customs fee, or a small processing charge. And once you pay, they disappear. The prize never existed. Let me share a true story. Mrs. Thompson, a 75-year-old widow living in Florida, got a call saying she had won $2.5 million from a European lottery. The caller was polite, professional, and even sent her official-looking documents with logos and seals. They told her, "Ma'am, you're very lucky. We just need $1,200 in fees before we release your prize." Mrs. Thompson, filled with hope, sent the money by wire transfer. A week later, they called again, saying there was a small delay and another $3,000 was needed for customs clearance. She kept sending money until she had lost nearly $25,000, her retirement savings. When she realized the truth, it was too late. This is the sad reality. Scammers target seniors because they know many grew up trusting phone calls and letters. Now I tell you, how do scammers approach people? They send official-looking letters or emails with fake lottery logos. Call directly, often pretending to be from Publishers Clearing House, in the US, the National Lottery, in the UK, or some international lottery. They might even text you with a link that looks real. Here I tell you techniques they use. 1. Advance fee trick. Pay taxes, fees, or insurance before you get the prize. 2. Fake checks. They mail you a check for part of the prize. You deposit it, but a few days later the bank says it's fake, leaving you responsible for the loss. 3. Pressure tactics. They say, "Act now or you'll lose your winnings." 4. Secrecy. They may warn, "Don't tell anyone yet. Must stay confidential." And after that, seniors lose thousands, sometimes their entire savings. Emotional damage is huge. Victims feel ashamed, guilty, and lose trust in others. Families often only discover it after the money is gone. Now I will guide you. How to prevent this scam. Remember, you cannot win a lottery you never entered. Legitimate lotteries never ask winners to pay fees up front. Be suspicious of anyone asking for gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency payments. If you get a call, hang up. If you get a letter, throw it away. Talk to a trusted family member before sending money to anyone claiming you won a prize. Scams like these break not just the bank, but the heart too. And sadly, they're becoming more common every single day. That's exactly why I'm making this video, to protect you and your loved ones. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Because the next scams I'm about to reveal are just as dangerous, and one of them might even shock you with how real it sounds, and last one is most common scam, so stay with me till end. Scam number 4. Tech support scam. Now let's talk about one of the most dangerous and sneaky scams targeting seniors today, the tech support scam. Imagine this, you're sitting at home, browsing the internet, and suddenly your computer screen turns blue. A loud alarm goes off, and a message pops up saying, "Warning. Your computer is infected. Call Microsoft support immediately at this number." This is exactly how thousands of seniors get trapped every single day. Let me share a real story. Mrs. Peterson, a 72-year-old from Florida, was terrified when her laptop suddenly froze with a message claiming her banking details were at risk. Told her to call Microsoft right away. In a panic, she dialed the number. A very polite man answered, calling her by name, and said he was from Microsoft's security department. He convinced her to give him remote access to her computer so he could fix the problem. What happened next? Within hours, $8,000 was transferred out of her bank account. The so-called support agent disappeared, and Mrs. Peterson was left devastated. Here I tell you how these scammers approach. They use fake pop-up messages on websites that look like real Microsoft or Apple warnings. They send emails or phone calls pretending to be official tech support. Once you call, they use scare tactics saying your computer is hacked, your accounts are exposed, or your data will be lost unless you act fast. And how do they steal your money? By tricking you into giving remote control of your computer. By asking for credit card details to pay for fake antivirus software. Or by secretly installing malware that steals your passwords and banking information. And when seniors provides all this information, they lose billions globally to tech support scams every year. And beyond the money, victims are left feeling unsafe, embarrassed, and even too scared to use their computers again. Now, the big question: how can you prevent this? 1. Remember, Microsoft, Apple, or any real tech company will never call you or send pop-up warnings asking you to call them. 2. If you see a scary message, don't click, don't call, just shut down your computer. 3. Install reliable antivirus software and keep it updated. 4. If someone calls you claiming to be from tech support, hang up immediately. But what if you've already been scammed? Disconnect your computer from the internet right away. Change all your passwords, especially for banking and email. Call your bank immediately to freeze your account and stop unauthorized payments. And here's a small tip: if a stranger ever pressures you to act fast, stop, take a breath, and ask yourself, would a real company ever demand this? The answer is always no. And now we come to the last scam, the most common, the most dangerous, and the one you must know about if you want to protect yourself and your loved ones. Scam number 5. Romance scam. Now, let's talk about one of the most heartbreaking scams of all, the romance scam. Unlike others, this one doesn't just target your money, it targets your heart. Mr. Johnson, a 68-year-old widower in Canada, joined an online dating site after losing his wife. He wasn't looking for much, just a friend to talk to. Soon, he met Linda, a kind and caring woman who said she was a nurse working overseas. She sent him photos, messaged him every day, and made him feel alive again. After months of sweet words and promises of meeting soon, she told him she had an emergency: her luggage was stuck in customs and she needed $2,000 to release it. Out of love and trust, Mr. Johnson sent the money. But then came more requests: money for hospital bills, money for travel tickets, money for her sick mother. By the time Mr. Johnson realized Linda was never real, he had lost nearly $50,000, and worse, he felt broken inside. This is exactly how romance scams happen. Scammers create fake profiles on dating sites, or even senior community apps. They steal pictures from the internet to look real, and then they spend weeks or months building trust. They shower the victim with compliments, call them soulmate, and promise a future together. And then comes the trap. They claim an emergency like a medical bill, a travel problem, or a family crisis. They say they can't access their money and need your help. They may even ask for gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency because these are nearly impossible to trace. The impact is devastating. Seniors not only lose savings, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, but also suffer emotional trauma. Victims often feel too embarrassed to tell anyone, and scammers use that shame to keep them silent. So how can you protect yourself or your loved ones? 1. Never send money to someone you've never met in person. Love does not ask for money. 2. Be careful with online profiles. If they look too perfect, they probably are. 3. Do a reverse image search. You might find that their photo is stolen from someone else. 4. Don't rush. Scammers will push you to act fast, but real relationships take time. And what should you do if you've already been tricked? Stop all communication immediately. Contact your bank to see if any transfers can be reversed. Remember this, if someone online seems too good to be true, they probably are. And if love ever comes with a price tag, it's not love, it's a scam. Have you ever thought you were safe just because your debit card never left your pocket or purse? Well, what if I told you criminals don't even need to touch your card to steal from you? Yes, a new scam called the ghost tap trick is spreading fast, and seniors with debit cards are the most vulnerable. Today, as a lawyer who has seen countless cases of financial fraud, I'm going to explain what the ghost tap trick is, how it works, and most importantly how you can protect yourself. And very importantly, I'll also tell you how to report this scam if it happens to you, whether you're in the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, or New Zealand or in other countries. Stay with me, because the difference between knowing this and ignoring it could be the difference between keeping your money safe, or watching it vanish in seconds. Ghost tap means a thief secretly activates your card's tap feature from a short distance, making a payment without your permission. Now, you might be thinking, how can someone take money from my card without even holding it? Let me explain, but not with boring technical words. Instead, let me walk you through a real story. Mr. David, age 71, was waiting in line at his favorite coffee shop in London. He had his wallet in his jacket pocket, like always. Nothing unusual. Stood a young man, holding what looked like a mobile phone. The man kept his phone very close enough to almost touch his jacket, but David thought, that's just how young people use their phones these days. A few seconds later, the man walked away. David paid for his coffee, sat down, and relaxed. But that evening, when he checked his online banking, he saw something shocking. 2 charges, one for the very same coffee shop, and another for a clothing store nearby. But David never visited that store. What happened? He was the victim of the ghost tap trick. Let me break down what happened step by step, so you understand exactly how this trick works. Thieves use small wireless scanners or modified payment terminals. These devices can read contactless card chips, NFC, near-field communication. The scammer only needs to be within a few centimeters of your purse or pocket, like standing next to you in a bus, elevator, shop, or crowded street. They trigger your card as if you tapped it on a store machine. The money gets transferred instantly. Criminals often start with small charges like $1 or $5 to see if it works. If you don't notice, they move on to bigger amounts. You don't hear a beep. You don't get a receipt. But the transaction goes through, and the thief walks away with your money. Most banks don't ask for a PIN under a certain limit. Many seniors don't get instant alerts or check accounts daily. By the time you notice, multiple ghost taps may have already drained your balance. Since no PIN is required for low-value contactless transactions, it bypasses the protection you normally rely on. Now you may ask, why us seniors? Because criminals know many older adults trust contactless cards without knowing the risks. Don't check their bank apps daily. Carry cards in regular wallets with no protection. That combination makes seniors the perfect target. Now I will guide you how to protect yourself. Here's what you can do right now to stay safe. Number 1. Use RFID blocking wallets or sleeves. These prevent scanners from ghost tapping your card. Number 2. Turn off contactless payments. Call your bank and ask if they can disable the tap to pay feature. Number 3. Check your statements daily. Even small, strange charges are red flags criminals test with small amounts first. Number 4. Keep only the cards you need. Don't carry every debit or credit card with you. Number 5. Report suspicious activity immediately. Under banking law, if you report fraud fast, you can offer your money back. Legally, this counts as fraudulent withdrawal or unauthorized transaction, and in most countries banks must refund it if reported promptly. If you suspect you've been a victim, act fast. The quicker you report, the higher the chance you get your money back. In United States, call your bank immediately. Federal law protects you from most unauthorized debit card charges if reported quickly. File a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, at reportfraud.ftc.gov. You can also report to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB. If you are in United Kingdom, contact your bank's fraud department at once. Banks in the UK must refund most unauthorized contactless payments. Report to Action Fraud, UK's National Fraud Reporting Centre, actionfraud.police.uk. If you are from Australia, call your bank straight away. Report to the Australian Cybersecurity Centre, ACSC, via cyber.gov.au. You may also contact ScamWatch by the ACCC. If you are in New Zealand, notify your bank immediately. Report scams to NetSafe at netsafe.org.nz. If large sums are stolen, also contact your local police. Many seniors who lost money told me the same thing. If I had only known this scam existed, I would have protected myself earlier. Awareness is your shield. Knowledge is your defense. So my friends, now you understand how the ghost tap trick works, how criminals can steal money straight from your debit card without even touching it. But knowing this gives you power. You can protect yourself with RFID wallets, disabling tap to pay, and by reporting fraud quickly to your bank. Now, before we end, I want to ask you something. Did you know this kind of scam even existed before today? And do you think banks should do more to protect seniors from tricks like ghost tap? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could help another senior stay safe. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more legal guidance and senior safety tips, and share this video with a friend or loved one. Because sometimes, just one share can prevent someone else from losing their hard-earned savings. Stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video.
You pick up your phone in Chicago, or London, or Toronto, say, hello, and all you get back is silence. That silence just put your phone number on a scammer's list, and may have recorded your voice. That was not a bad connection, my friend. That was step 1 of a targeted scam call. And today, at Wisdom Thoughts, I am going to show you exactly what they were doing, and how to shut it down completely, using what I call the silent shield. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Margaret. She is 72. Could be Manchester, could be Ohio, could be Ontario. Last month, she answered a call exactly like that. Said a friendly, hello. 3 days later, someone called back pretending to be from her bank. They had her voice recording. They had her bank's hold music. She lost £1,800. Action Fraud UK has reported thousands of cases with a similar pattern. That is why I am making this video. Because Margaret thought it was a glitch. It was not. See, most of us just shrug it off. We think, probably a telemarketer who hung up. But here is the truth, and I want you to hear this clearly. That silence is not random. It is not a mistake. It is actually the very first move in a process called predictive dialing. That is a term for an automated system, not a person, and its job is to find real, active phone numbers that answer calls. And your friendly little hello is exactly the signal it is listening for. Okay, so let me explain what happens during those few seconds. There are 4 phases. Phase 1, the blast. A computer system, often based overseas, dials hundreds of numbers every minute. We are talking 212, 020, 416 area codes. It is software making the calls. Phase 2, the detection. The instant you pick up and make any sound, hello, Yes, even just clearing your throat, the system registers it. A note goes next to your number. That note means, active. Your number just passed their test. Phase 3, the silence. That 2 to 3 second pause you hear, is the system trying to connect you to an available operator. During that silence, the system can also record. In today's world, a short voice sample can be used by technology to mimic a voice. Phase 4, the profit. Your phone number is now marked as active and valuable. It gets moved to what they call a priority list. From there, it can be used by other groups, or queued up for a targeted call. We are talking about calls where they pretend to be from Chase, or Bank of America, or Lloyds, or RBC, or HMRC, or the Social Security Administration. They are not just confirming you are real. They are also noting what time you answered. Are you home after lunch? Do you pick up in the evening? They are learning patterns. Quick, if this is helping you, hit subscribe and the bell now. Scammers change their methods, and my next video could be the warning that helps someone you care about. YouTube will not show it to you unless you are subscribed. Stay safe with me. Alright, back to it. Okay, here is the good news. The defense against this system is simple. It all comes down to one rule I call the silent shield. Here it is: when you answer an unknown number, say nothing. Just pick up and wait. That is it. A few seconds of your silence helps defeat their system. See, the system is listening for any human sound. If it does not hear one, it often assumes your number is not active, or it is a voicemail. It marks the call as unanswered and moves on. You can stop the process before a person ever gets on the line. Now, let me give you a complete 4-step plan, so you know exactly what to do. Step 1, answer, but do not speak. Do not say hello. Do not say yes. Just silence. Step 2, wait 3 seconds. Count in your head. 1, 2, 3. If it is a real person, your daughter, your doctor's office, the pharmacy, they will speak first. Hello, is anyone there? An automated system will not. It will either hang up or try to connect you. Step 3, if someone does come on and asks, can you hear me? Do not, I repeat, do not say yes. That one word can be recorded and misused. Step 4, take control. Instead of yes, use a full sentence. Say, I can hear you. Who is calling, please? Or simply, who am I speaking with? These responses do not give them a simple yes recording. And here is a tip for my Wisdom Thoughts family. Go into your phone settings now. On iPhone, settings, then phone, then silence unknown callers. Turn that on. On Android, phone app, then settings, then block numbers, then turn on block calls from unknown callers. On landlines, contact your provider, AT&T, Verizon, BT, or Rogers, about call protect services. Many of these calls will not even ring. Now, what if you are thinking, I have been saying hello for years? First, do not panic. You are not alone. Millions do this. It does not mean you have been scammed. But here is what you can do right now. First, check your bank and credit card statements. Look for any charge you do not recognize, even $4.99 or £2.50. Scammers sometimes test with small amounts. Second, consider free credit monitoring. In the US, Credit Karma. In the UK, ClearScore. In Canada, Orwell. They can alert you if anyone tries to open an account in your name. Third, if you get many scam calls, register your number. US, do not call. Government UK, tps@tpsonline.org.uk. Canada, lnnte-dncl.gc.ca. And finally, report suspicious calls. US, report fraud.ftc.government.uk, actionfraud.police.uk. Canada, antifraudcenter.ca. So, let me leave you with this, my friends. Those few seconds of silence are not a mystery anymore. You know the 4 phases. You have the silent shield. But here is my question for you. Who in your life still answers every unknown number with a friendly hello? Your husband, your wife, your neighbor who lives alone, because these scammers often target people who are trusting and polite. So do me a favor. Right now, pause this, open WhatsApp, and send this to your husband, your wife, or your mom. Say, watch from the start. This is important. It takes 10 seconds and it could help prevent a loss. And in the next Wisdom Thoughts video, I am going to show you one sentence that often makes phone scammers hang up immediately. It's a situation for them. You do not want to miss that one. Stay silent. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next one, right here on Wisdom Thoughts. There is one word that makes phone scammers hang up instantly. It's not no. It's not a curse word. Say this word, and they know they just lost 2,000. I'll prove it to you with a real call recording in 15 seconds. And I'll tell you the word in 20. Here's what nobody tells you. The person calling you is not a criminal mastermind. They're a worker, making $3 an hour. In a foreign call center. They have one job. Read the script on the screen in front of them. And that script only works if you play along. If you get scared. If you get confused. If you follow orders. The entire 50 billion scam industry depends on one thing. Their control over your emotions. But the FBI has a name for breaking that control. It's called